Let me ask you something. Why do you fail at the things you know you should be doing? You know exactly what needs to be done. Wake up early, hit the gym, work on that business, study for that exam, but you don't do it. And here's the brutal truth. It's not because you lack motivation. Motivation is a lie. It's a temporary high that disappears the moment things get hard. What you're actually missing is discipline. And today, I'm going to show you how to build the kind of discipline that makes you unstoppable. The kind that transforms you into the toughest version of yourself. No motivation required. Let's dive in. Here's what nobody tells you about motivation. It's designed to fail you. Think about it. You watch a motivational video, you feel pumped. You tell yourself, tomorrow is the day. And what happens? You wake up, that feeling is gone, and you're back to your old self. This cycle repeats endlessly. Motivation is like fuel that burns out fast. But discipline? Discipline is the engine that keeps running whether you feel like it or not. The difference between successful people and everyone else isn't that they're more motivated. It's that they've built systems of discipline that work even on their worst days. Let me give you an example. David Goggins didn't become the toughest man on the planet because he woke up motivated every single day. There were mornings when his body was broken, his mind was screaming at him to quit, and every fiber of his being wanted to stay in bed. But he got up anyway, not because of motivation, because of discipline, because he had trained himself to do what needs to be done regardless of how he feels. That's the secret. Feelings are temporary. Discipline is permanent. So what exactly is discipline? It's not about punishing yourself or living a joyless life. Real discipline is about making a decision once and following through every single time without renegotiating with yourself. Think about this. Every morning, weak people negotiate. Should I work out or sleep in? Should I eat healthy or grab fast food? Should I work on my goals or scroll social media? They debate these questions daily, and that's exhausting. That's why they fail. Disciplined people don't negotiate. They decided once. I work out every morning at 6. Period. No debate, no discussion. The decision was made, and now it's just execution. This removes the mental energy waste of constant decision-making. Here's a powerful truth. Your brain is wired to seek comfort and avoid pain. That's survival mode. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. Growth happens when you consistently do the uncomfortable thing. And discipline is what forces you to step into discomfort even when every cell in your body resists. Let me break down what separates disciplined individuals from the rest. Disciplined people have 3 core qualities. 1, they have clarity on what they want. 2, they've accepted that the path will be hard. 3, they've committed to the process regardless of feelings. This trifecta creates an unbreakable foundation. Now let's get practical. How do you actually build this level of discipline? Here's the step-by-step system. Step 1. Start brutally small. This is where most people fail. They try to overhaul their entire life overnight. They want to wake up at 5 a.m., work out for 2 hours, meal prep, read, meditate, and build a business all starting tomorrow. And they crash within 3 days. Instead, start with one tiny habit, just one. Maybe it's making your bed every morning. That's it. Sounds insignificant, right? But here's what happens. When you make your bed, you complete your first task of the day. You win. Your brain registers that win, and it craves another one. This builds momentum. Navy SEAL Admiral William McRaven said, "If you want to change the world, start by making your bed." Why? Because small wins compound into massive transformation. Once making your bed becomes automatic, add another small habit, then another. You're not building motivation, you're building a system. Step 2. Create non-negotiable rules. Write down your rules and treat them like laws of physics. Not suggestions, not goals, laws. For example, I train every morning no matter what. I don't eat sugar during the week. I work on my most important task before checking my phone. These are non-negotiables. When something is non-negotiable, your brain stops fighting it. You don't waste energy debating whether you feel like it. You just do it. This is how you conserve mental energy for things that actually matter. Step 3. Embrace the suck. Here's a reality check. Discipline feels terrible at first. Your alarm goes off early, and your body begs for 5 more minutes. You're at the gym, and every rep feels like torture. You're working on your business, and progress feels painfully slow. This is normal. This is the process. The difference between winners and losers is that winners embrace this discomfort. They understand that the pain is temporary, but the results are permanent. Every time you push through when you don't feel like it, you're building your discipline muscle. And just like any muscle, it gets stronger with use. Think of it like this. A martial artist doesn't become deadly by training only when motivated. They train in the rain, in the cold, when they're tired, when they're sore. That's what builds mastery. Your life is no different. Step 4. Track everything. What gets measured gets improved. Get a journal or use your phone. Every day, check off whether you completed your non-negotiables. Did you wake up on time? Check. Did you train? Check. Did you work on your goal? Check. This creates visual accountability. When you see a streak of check marks, you don't want to break it. It becomes a game. And when you miss a day, you see it immediately and can course correct before it becomes a pattern. Here's where it gets deep. Real discipline isn't just about actions. It's about identity. You need to change how you see yourself. Right now, you might see yourself as someone who struggles with discipline, someone who starts strong but quits, someone who needs motivation to get going. That identity is killing you because you will always act in alignment with your identity. So here's what you do. You decide who you are right now, not who you'll be someday. Right now. You are a disciplined person. You are someone who does hard things. You are someone who keeps promises to yourself. You don't hope to become that person. You decide you already are that person. And then you prove it to yourself through action. Every single time you follow through on a commitment, you're gathering evidence that supports your new identity. Your brain starts to believe it. And once your brain believes it, discipline becomes who you are, not what you do. Let me give you a real example. When someone offers you junk food and you're committed to eating clean, you don't say, "I'm trying to eat healthy," or "I can't eat that." You say, "I don't eat that." See the difference? One is a struggle. The other is an identity. I don't eat that because that's not who I am. This subtle shift changes everything. The same applies everywhere. I don't skip workouts. I don't break promises. I don't quit when things get hard. This becomes your internal programming. And when your identity is solid, discipline becomes effortless. Now let's address the elephant in the room. You will fail. You will have days where you break your rules, where you sleep in, where you eat the wrong thing, where you skip the work. This doesn't mean you lack discipline. It means you're human. Here's the key. Disciplined people don't avoid failure. They respond to it differently. When they fail, they don't spiral into guilt and give up. They acknowledge it, analyze what went wrong, and get back on track immediately. Not tomorrow, not Monday, immediately. Think of discipline like a muscle that can get injured. If you strain your bicep, you don't say, "Well, I guess I'll never use my arm again." You rest, recover, and get back to training. The same principle applies here. One bad day doesn't erase your progress. Only quitting does. The rule is simple. Never miss twice. You can miss once. Life happens. But you never miss twice in a row. That's how you prevent a slip from becoming a slide. Also, understand that discomfort is part of the process. The voice in your head that says you can't do it, that you should quit, that it's too hard. That voice never goes away. Even the most disciplined people hear it. The difference is, they don't obey it. They acknowledge it and do the thing anyway. That's mental toughness. So what happens when you build real discipline? Everything changes. You stop being a slave to your feelings. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You stop making excuses. You become relentless. You wake up early not because you want to, but because that's what you do. You train hard not because it feels good, but because you're building something greater than temporary comfort. You work on your goals not when inspiration strikes, but every single day because that's who you are. And here's the beautiful part. As discipline becomes your default, you start achieving things that once seemed impossible. That business you wanted to start? You build it. That body you wanted? You sculpt it. That skill you wanted to master? You develop it. Not through motivation, through discipline. People around you will notice. They'll ask what changed. They'll say you're lucky or talented or blessed, but you'll know the truth. You're not special. You just stopped negotiating with yourself. You stopped waiting to feel ready. You built discipline, and discipline built you into the toughest version of yourself. Remember this: motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that burns forever. Stop chasing feelings. Start building systems. Stop waiting for tomorrow. Start right now. Decide who you are. Prove it through action. And watch as you transform into someone you once thought was impossible. This is how you become unstoppable. This is how you become the toughest version of yourself. No motivation needed, just discipline. Now go out there and build it.